Welcome into PFF TV. I'm Sam Monson, and coming out of Thursday Night Football, we've got a game to review in Premium Stats 2.0, all part of your PFF Elite package. The Philadelphia Eagles soared 34-13 win over the New York Giants, and we're going to dive into Premium Stats and take a look at the story of the game, which despite the loss was really Saquon Barkley, the number 2 overall pick in the draft for the Giants. Star running back had a huge night. This is the game view from Premium Stats 2.0. If you dive into this, you can pull up any one of 14 individual reports for each team in this game. The one we're going to focus on right now is actually the rushing summary to get a look at Saquon Barkley's day. So let's come up here, dive into this rushing summary right now. We've got Saquon Barkley up here at the top, an overall 77.5 grade, which is an extremely good mark, as you can see by the dark green coloration there. 13 attempts, 130 yards, 66 of which came after contact, and he broke 4 tackles along the way to make that happen. And that wasn't the end of his day, because he had a big day as a receiver as well. Again, Saquon Barkley here. What's interesting is he was the number 1 target for the Giants, for Eli Manning. 11 targets, 2 more than Odell Beckham Jr., their star wide receiver, 3 more catches than Odell Beckham, and of course, more yards. 99 receiving yards, 117 of which came after the catch, and he broke 6 tackles along the way to make that happen. So now if you dial in to the season level, let's have a look at what Saquon Barkley has been doing so far in his rookie season. That becomes pretty impressive as well. Now we get to see Saquon Barkley as the number 1 receiving running back right here when you sort it by broken tackles, avoided tackles. He's had 18 of them as a receiver, 2 more than the next best guy, James Conner. If you go here and sort it by receiving grade, he's the 2nd best receiving graded running back in the league. The only guy ahead of him is Austin Eckler, who's been used dramatically less often than Saquon Barkley. You see here, Eckler's got 16 targets, Barkley has 48. And if we sort it by targets, Barkley again jumps back up to being the number 1 running back in the league. Not rookie running back, that's all running backs. So again, number 1 when it comes to targets, number 1 when it comes to receptions, number 1 when it comes to receiving yards, and number 1 by a huge margin when it comes to yards after the catch. And that really is the key. Saquon Barkley has been getting a huge amount of production as a receiver, but he has been doing the work himself after the catch. The Giants have not been targeting him deep downfield. He's not had these wide open attempts. He's been getting catches, making yards happen after the catch, and breaking a huge number of tackles to make that happen. So let's dive into what we call the elusive rating. This is PFF's attempt at isolating the performance of the running back from the blocking in front of him. So we look at here, missed tackles forced, design run attempts, receptions, yards after contact, and fold all of this into this formula here. Broadly speaking, the elusive rating number is on a 0 to 100 scale. So if you're over 100, you're in truly elite territory. And right now there are 5 guys over 100. Saquon Barkley is the number 3, but he has more work. He has a much higher workload than either of the 2 guys ahead of him. Austin Eckler again for the Los Angeles Chargers, and Aaron Jones, a running back for the Green Bay Packers. But Saquon Barkley leads the league in rushing, 3rd in the league in rushing broken tackles, and leads the league in receiving broken tackles to lead the league overall in broken tackles. That is his thing so far. 3.5 yards per carry after contact, with a huge number of broken tackles. Saquon Barkley has been doing an incredible amount of work on his own, whether with the ball in his hands. The final thing to look at here is what we call our breakaway percentage. This is the percentage of his total rushing yardage that comes on runs of 15 yards or more. These explosive runs that Saquon Barkley is known for. And at number 1 in the entire NFL, Saquon Barkley has had 64% of his rushing yardage have come on these explosive runs. We've got 8 carries that have gone for 281 yards on these explosive carries. We saw that again last night against the Philadelphia Eagles. He was able to bounce these runs outside, get past a linebacker, and take one to the house. That is what Saquon Barkley has been doing all the way through the season. So, as you can see, PFF Stats, Premium Stats 2.0 lets you dive into any one individual player, pull up a whole bunch of reports whether on a game-by-game level, whether on a season level, and start really pulling apart the data, finding out all of the pieces of information on any player you choose to look at. Here we chose to look at Saquon Barkley, rookie phenom for the New York Giants, despite the fact that it wasn't enough for the Giants to get any kind of victory. You can dive into Pull Up Premium Stats 2.0, all part of your PFF Elite package. Go to ProFootballFocus.com. If you don't have Elite, dive in, get the good stuff. That's going to do it for this video. Check out the rest of our YouTube content.